Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Sylvia Black, Military Training Instructor Trainer, 321st Training Squadron, hometown, Panama City, Florida. From the 321st Training Squadron, the 737th Training Group Drum and Bugle Corps, led by Staff Sergeant James McGuire, hometown, Morehouse, Missouri, and Staff Sergeant Gary Schulte, hometown, Wichita Falls, Texas. The A Squadron Commander is Staff Sergeant Chad Jackson, Military Training Instructor, 321st Training Squadron, hometown, Tobacco Patch Landing, Florida. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing the Air Force's first female Chief Master Sergeant, Peterson Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jason Perry, hometown, Rocky Point, New York. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 13, Finch Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Aaron Weathers, hometown, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing the first 100% disabled airman to re-enlist, Del Toro Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Francisco Villa, hometown, Clovis, New Mexico. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, Lankey Flight, led by Master Sergeant Patrick Angel, hometown, San Bernardino, California. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Purple Heart recipient, Griffin Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Thomas Cooper, hometown, Richmond, Indiana. From the 326th Training Squadron, representing a Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, Nathan Flight, led by Staff Sergeant Dean Mitchell, hometown, League City, Texas. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing an Air Force Combat Action Medal recipient, Blue Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Marcus Carpenter, hometown, Plattsburgh, New York. The squadron selected as the color guard is from the 320th Training Squadron, led by Staff Sergeant Brandon Blanton, hometown, Columbia, South Carolina. The flights selected to carry our state and territorial flags are from the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 3, Kissling Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Ryan Friend, hometown, Crofton, Nebraska, and Technical Sergeant Genesis Infante, hometown, Queens, New York. The B Squadron Commander is Master Sergeant Joshua Leonard, Operations Superintendent, 319th Training Squadron, hometown, Cheyenne, Wyoming. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 16, Roy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Lucas Richards, hometown, Parkersburg, West Virginia. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 17, Cody Flight, led by Master Sergeant David Kressler, hometown, Oceanside, California. From the 323rd Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Matthews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Christopher Hawkins, hometown, Eagleville, Tennessee. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 6 McCoy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Kimberly Carter, hometown Panama City, Florida. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 7 Andrews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jonathan Smith, hometown Houston, Texas. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 8 Parrish Flight, led by Master Sergeant James Mitchell, hometown Wayland, Michigan. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force Number 10 Kingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant David Worley, hometown West Valley City, Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Sorry about that.
All right,
Vamos. Antes de que se vaya el camioncito.
Over the last 8.5 weeks, the airmen before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest Air Force. These airmen leave basic military training. They will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of over 118 Air Force specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of over 84 Air Force bases around the world or work directly with our sister services. As these airmen move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining home station readiness. One of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the U.S. military, and even smaller percentage in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force and will pave the way for our future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win.